Hey everybody, and welcome to A Morbid Wild Ride with Steve-O. On this week's episode, we discuss the best and worst ways to die because it's been on my mind, and I'll tell you why. I'm skydiving. Not only am I skydiving, but I think I'm actually setting like crazy world records for skydiving. As a student getting certified to jump alone, I've now jumped out of an airplane 21 times in less than 72 hours. And at this point, for the love of God, I've been jumping out of airplanes like attached to guys with wingsuits and riding them like a horse through the sky. Oh my God, you're not even gonna believe the crazy conversation that we have about this ridiculous skydiving training that I'm doing, or for that matter, why I'm doing it. It is properly ridiculous what my overall end goal is with this skydiving business. But while I'm doing it, it's impossible not to think about this could be it. And when you're thinking about this could be it, you just got to get together with your buddies and discuss, like, this one's just really fun. And you won't even believe how we did it. God, I'm excited about this episode. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the universe, I bring to you me from my tour bus in Tennessee. And the boys.
And we are all the way across in Los Angeles.
Thank you, Vinny.
You're welcome, Scott.
And I'm over here in beautiful Tucson, Arizona, in a room that does not have air conditioning, and it's going to get hot in here.
It looks beautiful.
Wow.
But I'm excited.
Paul.
I'm excited to be here.
Paul, you have no air conditioning and you're in Arizona. Are you nuts?
Yes, Vinny. That's correct. Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
what's the temperature right now there? Because right now in Burbank, it's like 94.
It's 93 here right now. The sun has already set here. I don't know what it's like for you guys over there. But this is the only room in the house that doesn't have AC. But normally if we keep this one big door open, like enough cold air comes through. But obviously for this, I shut it. So we're fully shut in the heat. It's like a sauna in here.
All right, well,
Does the audience of the Wild Ride podcast know that the gorgeous Paul Brisky owns a house in Tucson, Arizona? We probably told them that, yeah.
I think we did, but yeah, I bought this house in Tucson, Arizona, and it's awesome. We're out kind of in the middle of nowhere. Like, I could walk out my front door butt-ass naked, and no one would have any idea.
And there's a strong chance that you would get bitten by a rattlesnake.
Yeah, my cock would be gone very quickly, you know?
Yeah, dude. All
yeah,
right.
It's gnarly out here.
And I spent the last 2 days on like a world record skydiving solo certification. I don't even know what you call it. Like AFF. I don't even know what that stands for. But like the only skydiving I had ever done was the skyjacking, where of course I relieved myself. Accelerated free fall. So I came up with a harebrained idea for my super dummy tour. With all these car crashes I've been doing, I thought let's really figure out how to end this car once and for all. And nothing I can imagine would accomplish that better than to see a car crash from 15,000 feet in the air, just flat on the ground with no parachute whatsoever. And of course, like, that means I want to drive the car out of an airplane, which requires me to be certified to skydive alone. And turns out that driving a car out of an airplane is not at all a minor stunt. Like, apparently, like, that it's super heavy. And I showed up
Who would have thought?
yesterday. Right. I showed up yesterday having done the one tandem jump in my life. And yesterday I jumped 6 times, only once tandem. Like, literally, this is how insane it is. I go there and I get on the guy's back, you know, or he gets on my back, whatever, tandem. And he's like, I'm not doing anything. You're going to pull it. Like, what? You know, like, okay, so I pull that one. Then they're like, okay, now you did that. Now you're jumping out by yourself. Oh, wait, no, not by yourself. There were two other guys jumping out with me, but they were not attached to me at all. They were just kind of like floating next to me. And I'm all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing, you know, like, but they play back the video after, you know, the jump. And, oh, and by the way, I'm so terrible at landing. Like, my second solo jump, like, I've just completely broke my finger. Like, just eating shit catastrophically on this asphalt. My tailbone, my finger, like, I'm so banged up. I look at my finger, and, like, it's going in, like, the one knuckle is, like, going in, like, one direction, and the other knuckle, it takes off in a different direction. I'm like, I broke my finger. There's no way that they're gonna let me continue, because this is the actual hand, like, the actual hand that you gotta grab the thing to pull out to release the chute. I'm like, I can't do that with a broken finger on my hand. And I was like, check it out, dudes, I broke my finger. And they're like, can you bend it? And I'm like, I can kind of bend it. Because they're like, yeah, dude, you're good, let's go.
They have you landing on asphalt?
That was just because I'm bad at flying. I was definitely not supposed to be on the asphalt. I came in on, I mean, I'm all over the place. And like,
well, how far away from where you were supposed to land did you land, like being on the asphalt? And how much control? I didn't even realize you would have that much control to be like good or bad once the parachute's pulled.
Dude, you can steer while you're flying in what's called the canopy, which is the actual parachute. You can steer like crazy, man.
Are you thinking about death as you're like falling, or is that the last thing on your mind, or what are you thinking about?
Yeah, you definitely think about death, and you're like,
is it like classic, like, oh, what if my chute doesn't open, or I mean, you have two of them, but like, are you thinking about that the whole time?
Yeah. Like, for sure, when you're going up, you're thinking like, man, like, this is just like, you know what actually I think about is the great Henry Rollins. I remember seeing footage of him. It had to have been in the 90s. And he was saying, like, I think extreme sports are stupid. He goes, you know what? When you're doing your skydiving and your parachute doesn't open, and as you're falling down to the ground to your death, I want the last thing you think of to be me saying that you're stupid. You're stupid.
That's what you think about? That's funny.
So you keep it top of mind just in case.
For sure.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm literally in that situation thinking, okay, here we go. And that would be my last thoughts. Think of Henry Rollins. Like, you're stupid and you deserve it.
Oh my God.
Does it get easier every jump, or do you still?
It gets a little easier each jump. And if I'm honest, I actually have started, now that in the last 2 days, I've jumped 15 times.
Wow.
Like, which I think is a record, man. And dude, like, this YouTube video of my crash course in skydiving, and by the way, that's the last course you want to call a crash course. Like, it's gonna be the greatest YouTube video, because it's like the different stages, and dude, I'm on the most accelerated path. Like, you know, like.
How many dives are you supposed to do?
I have to do 25 in order to become certified to the level that it's even legal for me to drive a car out of an airplane. And so, like, I did 6 jumps my first day. I did 9 jumps today. By the end of yesterday, I was jumping out of the airplane with nobody touching me at all. Like, on the way out of the plane, on the way down, and I had a radio in my helmet. So they're like, okay, you know, do this, like, do that, do this, do that. Then today I show up and they're like, okay, now you're gonna jump out, like, go ahead and do a flip out of the plane, and then while you're falling, do a backflip. Or no, they said while you're falling, do a front flip, and I was like, can it be a backflip? They said, yeah, sure, and then do a front flip, and like, that's my first jump today. Then God, what didn't I do today? Then I'm doing barrel rolls where I'm just spinning over, and then they got me doing the thing where like I adjust my arms different ways so that like it's called tracking, where like I'm falling straight down, but you can like adjust your body like so that you're actually flying kind of sideways, like you're just hauling ass forward and or backwards. And then I just picked it up like with like to where like I actually have air control, like I can be unstable, like spinning or flipping or just going completely haywire and find my control. And then I can go zoom forward, zoom backward. And then I can slow down my rate of falling. So like I come up higher and then drop lower. And like with one of the instructors, like one of the instructors, she goes up, I go up. She goes down, I go down, and then like, and we're messing around by the end of the day. Like we're jumping out like all locking. I did docking, which is like the funniest thing.
Hey now.
Well, you put your penises together in the air?
Yeah.
How fast are you going?
Isaac, please Google docking for
We did
us.
this thing called soaking.
Okay,
You can do the first like
Anal in the
docking.
That's
We did this thing
amazing.
called throat fucking. It's the craziest thing.
Okay, so
How fast are you going?
oh, you want to know how fast I was falling? Let me tell you, really fast. I mean, like faster than I grab my outer known threads when I want to look my best. Maybe even as fast as you're going to jump on the deal that they have for you, because it is epic. I'm talking about a full 25% off your entire order. And for the friends and family of the Wild Ride podcast, that's every order, not just your first. And why do you want to jump on this? Because outer known isn't just as stylish as clothes get. It's actually fair trade factories that the clothes are made in, so the people are treated decently and fairly. The actual clothes are made with organic and recycled materials, so we're not harming the earth. The company was started by Kelly Slater, the goat of surfing, for God's sakes. It's stylish, it's good quality, and it's just good practice. It's good business practice. And I'm telling you, when I want to look my dopest, I grab my outer known clothing. To get this 25% off, you go to outerknown.com/Stevo and use the promo code Stevo at checkout. You'd be crazy not to, because it's awesome. Awesome clothes, awesome for the world, awesome for you. So one more time, outerknown.com/Stevo and use the promo code Stevo at checkout for 25% off every order. Now let's get back to it. Okay, you like this. I mean, terminal velocity is like the how fast you go, and then you just can't. I don't think you can fall faster than that.
Yeah, what's terminal
But,
velocity? 178? I could be
No,
totally wrong.
it's like 130 or something.
Jesus.
Like 130 miles an hour.
So that's like if you do like pencil and you're going straight head first down, you'll be going
120. Yeah, 120.
Yeah,
120.
standing straight is gnarly. Okay, so
Oh my God.
like you fall the first 1,000 feet in about 10 seconds, and then thereafter, each subsequent 1,000 feet you fall in 5 seconds. So, what's 1,000 in 5 seconds? Like how many is? That's like what, 200 feet per second?
Yeah. Good job.
200
5 times
feet
2
per
is 10. Hey, how high up are you? Are you starting at 15,000 or do they start you at different
Oh,
levels?
dude, I'm so glad you asked. Like, most of the jumps have been 14. They were aiming for 14,500 feet, but for some reason or other, we'd go at 13, or maybe we go at 15. But then they say, okay, now you're gonna jump out of the plane completely by yourself at only 5,000 feet.
Whoa.
Or 5,000 feet, 500. It's like we're simulating an emergency. We want to know that you can, like, it's called whatever the
Halo.
no, it's
High
called,
altitude, low. That's like Navy SEAL shit.
Yeah, but they call it hop and
Hop and splat.
The hop and pull, or man, I forget.
Oh, so like you'll pull it right away?
Yeah. Damn,
Well, how long do you even fall for? If it's 15,000 feet and it's like 10 seconds every 1,000 feet? So what? It's like a 30-second. Like how long are you from out of the plane to the ground?
The Red Bull guy.
On a high fall, like I'm actually free falling for a full 60 seconds.
Okay.
Like
And then you pull the chute.
and then I pull the chute, and dude, it's so
So then
weird
it slows down a lot. Then it
Put-
could be.
Pulling the chute's called pulling the hacky. It's like literally a hacky sack, which is like sewn to like the pilot chute, which is like the little baby thing, and it's like literally that, like the little baby pilot chute stuffed into the backpack, and it's got a hacky sack sewn to it. You grab the hacky sack and like toss it. They said think of it as a hand grenade. You just want to get that thing away from you as fast as you can. And it's like you're just pulling like this little baby parachute out of the backpack and just throwing it, and then the wind catches that and it goes up, and then that pulls out the whole deal.
Oh wow.
Are they making you like practice your reserve shoot too, just in
Dude,
case?
They're telling me what to do with the reserve chute, but
Yeah.
the thing is that it didn't come out like the hacky when I'm pulling it out on the actual, like I'm skydiving without anybody attached to me, and I pull the hacky and it just doesn't feel like it's coming out that good. And they said that I'm an absolutely, like, it was awful what I did. It was struggling to pull out, so I pulled it out and I'm holding it, and then I make a separate motion to throw it, and they're like, dude, you can't do that. That's the way you're gonna get your chute to malfunction. You know,
Wow.
and I did that like multiple times.
You've seen that Red Bull guy jump out of the plane and land in the net. You think you're ready for that?
Nah, I don't think so. But dude, I did watch that the other night, and I was just so jealous of that
wonder
guy.
if
That
there's a
was,
What, you were just
a weight
watching
limit.
videos before you went skydiving of like
well, dude,
different-
the worst
You're just
thing was
addicted.
this morning. I've got two instructors with me. This is the one where I'm going to go like do the flip out of the airplane on my first jump in the morning. You know how great I am in the mornings. Like the two guys are talking amongst each other, and probably shouldn't even say this, but the one guy's like, there's only two that I would trust to do tandem with, and you know, and one of them's dead.
Oh
I'm like,
shit!
I'm like, how'd you die? He's like, oh, strap got caught on the way out. It's like going
Really?
skydiving, right? Like we're taking off for like I'm not even awake, and they're talking about like the most trustworthy person, like in this guy's opinion, died skydiving.
That's gnarly.
Did you ever hear that NDE of that person that died skydiving, and I guess their first chute malfunctioned and their second one malfunctioned, and then right when she figured out that she had no chutes left, she was like, "Oh no!" And right when she said that, her soul left her body out of her mouth, and she watched her body hit the floor, and she ended up surviving. But she went and do a whole NDE about that. But she was one of the survivors of a bounce where she hit the ground at full speed.
Wow, dude.
I'll try to find that and send it to you. It's a really cool story.
Look it up right
I mean,
here,
dude.
Isaac. I mean, that's got to be news. Has people falling
Yeah,
out
there's
of
been-
it
there's been
without a
people that
parachute and
survived.
surviving?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't get it, dude. I mean, you saw that. I'm falling as fast as that dude who went into the net. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. And like, I'm so bad at the actual landing. Like when I say like cracked my tailbone, broke my finger, like that's like I'm landing bad. And and like I'm all by myself. You know, like there's no helping me. I'm
I
coming
wonder-
in.
Yeah, there's been several people that have survived a parachute like malfunction
Okay,
attack.
a failed. I mean, if the parachute is out and it's a malfunction, that could mean a lot of things. And like
I mean, she hit the ground.
right,
With no
like,
stopping.
I mean, what that means in most likelihood is that it's not properly opened above the skydiver, but it's somewhat opened enough that it's actually slowing them down. Like not
Paul just wanted to look it up to prove me wrong online in real time.
Well, no, you're just like, I've heard this story. It's like, let's see it. That's got to be a Googleable thing. I want to see it.
There's many stories like that.
How many
That's just
people have
wild.
survived skydiving? I mean, I don't know, dude.
Well, they say what 100,000 people die from skydiving accidents, which it sounds like a lot safer than living in Guatemala.
I mean, it's. I think skydiving's safer than driving, especially if it's me doing it.
I mean, you think there's a weight limit for
Yeah, but it's you
'Cause you don't
skydiving
really
also,
see
don't
fat people
forget.
skydiving.
There's at least 10 survivors of skydiving accidents on this list.
This is
Yeah.
just zero parachute. They just went straight from the plane right to the
Without a
ground.
Parachute, highest fall. Okay, wow. What's this? Somebody fell 33,000 feet without a parachute and survived. The flight attendant from Serbia was the sole survivor of an airplane bombing mid-air.
Yes, this is the one I was
Likely
telling
landed-
you guys about, and you guys didn't believe me. She landed. She survived in the jungle, and you guys all made fun of me at like podcast number 74.
Okay, well, dude, that's like one of 10 people. You were talking about a skydiver. This is like a flight attendant person.
Yeah. I think she
And-
like flew out with the seat.
Yeah, she landed in a fuselage, which was cushioned by trees that it fell on.
Yeah,
which
she
allowed her
didn't
to
just
survive.
free fall like belly flop on a field somewhere.
I mean, what's the difference?
Everybody,
Like
everybody
a
on
puff of
this
smoke
list,
like Wile E. Coyote.
everybody on this list is gonna have some little thing like the parachute opened a little bit above them, or they landed like in cushy trees in a fuselage. Like, okay, we've got a Air Force.
They had a
lieutenant
big
was
umbrella
shot
with them.
down.
Type in skydiving NDE, and then also the question
American
is.
airman was shot down by Germans and crashed through the glass roof of a Saint Nazaire railroad station.
Let me ask
Yeah.
you, Steve, if you were sentenced to death on death row, and they're like, you can either jump out of an airplane or go over Niagara Falls, which one would you choose?
Oh my God, that's a pretty fantastic question, Scott. I really love that, and you know, dude, like they show really gnarly stuff on Twitter. I feel like I need to warn you guys that I'm about to describe some stuff that I saw on Twitter, which I would never want to show to my lady Lux. However, something that I love to show Lux is my tongue when it's blue. Because when I stick out my tongue and Lux sees it's blue, it drives her wild because she knows it's because I just ate a Blue Chew tablet. And that means that in 30 minutes or less, I'm going to be prepared to give her the greatest performance I'm capable of in the bedroom. Why? Because Blue Chew tablets have the same active ingredient as both Viagra and Cialis. So it's like a performance enhancing situation. And man, do we love it. And you might really love it too. Plus, if you want to get an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets completely for free, all you pay is $5 for shipping, then all you got to do is go to bluechew.com and use the promo code STEVO. You might discover that it will enhance your performance. And who doesn't want to give their best performance that they are capable of? So, one more time. If you want to try these Blue Chew tablets, which I deeply love, then go to bluechew.com and use the promo code STEVO. That's your way to get an entire month's supply completely for free. All you pay is $5 for shipping. Bluechew.com, promo code STEVO. Now, let's get back to it. And
Oh,
this
it's the
whole thing
best.
of
Oh
like,
yeah,
like
Scott knows all about that.
and I have scrolled through like threads where they show like photos and like little stories of like, you know, crazy moments before people died, and then that's another one like crazy moments like where people were executed, and you know, like like photos captured of people like moments or a moment before they actually were executed was like, I feel like kind of a guilty, you know, I feel guilty and like a bad person for like having been so fascinated by it.
But I just can't look away.
It was so compelling. And like, coming away from the experience of scrolling through that entire thread, I gotta say firing squad sounds pretty good. And I say that because there's like a whole row of dudes with guns. Like, you're not getting shot with one bullet. You're getting shot by like 18 dudes with like heavy dude, and they're all shooting at the same time. Come on, to be shot.
Is that how it works? I thought firing squad, like one person has a real bullet, everybody else has a fake bullet, and
That's
that
what
way
I thought.
those guys don't know who for sure
Really?
killed you.
Wow.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, because you don't want all these people feeling guilty, so it's like the chances that you killed them, it's like you just don't know.
Is
so
that,
you're not
is that
like,
how it always
Yeah, but why would they
works?
feel guilty?
I don't know.
That's
I-
like their thing.
I don't know.
It's
That's like their
I-
stick.
I mean, it's
I
like
don't know if I did it or not, but I tried. That's kind of worse.
Yeah.
it's like. I mean, would you rather get beheaded? Would you rather? I mean, a drowning to death.
You know what was
I
the
mean, a
most
firing squad
horrifying?
would probably be best.
You know what was the most horrifying out of all of the things I saw was people locked in boxes.
Ugh.
They just locked people in boxes to die of starvation.
That's heavy.
Really?
That's just left outdoors in the
What year
elements.
was this?
I mean, dude, like I saw multiple ones of those. How about execution by starvation?
Yeah, then a box.
And I wonder, I wonder if we're even allowed to talk about this on a podcast.
I think you can talk about it.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
gnarly.
saw that exact photo. Oh my God. It's just a photo of like a big ass box with like enough of a hole for the person to stick their head out, but their arm is attached to something. They're just not getting out of that box.
I mean, how
It's
many
so-
days you lasted? How
I
many
mean,
days?
dude, they say 3, 3, and 3. You can last 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, 3 minutes without air.
Huh.
I wonder what she did to receive that.
Yeah, I mean, does it say like
1913.
1913 in Mongolia?
Yeah.
They don't let you have any fun anymore.
Didn't she must have really fucked up.
She must have got real lippy, this girl.
Oh my God. So yeah.
So wait, I'm curious with the skydiving, like what's the difference between that first jump and that 9th jump? Is it like not a big deal anymore? Is it like also checking your safety stuff? Are you more relaxed about it now? And is that a concern?
I mean, dude, like they I'm not checking anything, dude.
Okay. So they're they're
Aren't you
keeping you
supposed to go
alive.
through like a
You're not
checklist
checking
with your
anything.
pack?
They're telling me like check your hacky sack, check where your reserve, they're like
And you're like, yeah, it's good.
yeah, I'm
like,
just
feels
like,
fine.
I'm like, hey, dude,
Seems
like
good.
if it's up to me to check for safety, then we got a problem.
Yeah.
So you're just jumping
you
out of
got
the
a
plane?
problem.
Oh yeah, hey, we
Yeah,
got
right?
Isaac on camera too with the mic.
No way, dude. We have Isaac on camera with a
Yeah,
mic.
This
Yeah.
is crazy.
This
Wait,
is
what?
crazy, dude.
Steve, how far are you missing the landing spots by? Like miles, inches?
No, not miles or inches.
Counties.
How many Walmart parking lots away are you?
He's in
I came
Kentucky.
I came up about a football field short to land on the asphalt the one time when I broke my finger and really messed up my tailbone. And I overshot by probably 3/4 of a football field the other time. But like in the 15 jumps, like I have just eaten shit all over the landing zone.
Are you filming
Wow.
these landings?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Do you
How
think
fast-
it'd
Even
be,
though like when I came up so short that I ate shit on the asphalt, I was like kind of too far away.
Yeah.
I think for there to be really good footage of it. So I think on that one, it's just they're gonna find they come like running up like to where I'm at on the asphalt, and I'm like, dude, I broke my finger. And I show it to him, and he's like, "Can you bend
You're
it?"
like,
And I'm
"Dude,
like,
I
he's
broke
like,
my
"Yeah,
vagina."
then fuck it, dude."
Yeah.
Dude,
Hey.
these people are awesome, and I do want to shout them out. It's called Music City Skydiving. I understand that they're the biggest skydiving company, like in Tennessee for sure. Like they're the dogs. I mean, like the guy who owns the company, his name's Danny Velez, is just like super decorated, special forces, like military, like, every possible level of being a badass. Like that's the dude.
You're out here
And,
putting the special in special forces.
Yeah, dude.
Do you think it'd be easier now that you can skydive alone and take your own plane and do the jump? Do you think it'd be easier for you to bust a nut jumping out of an airplane by yourself up there?
Ah, man. I wonder, dude. Like,
Maybe you should try
How
it
hard
again.
are you while jumping?
I mean, like here's the thing, dude. I got to jump 25 times. I got 10 more jumps. Tomorrow, we're going to do, like,
Maybe just jack off on one of them.
Tomorrow, remember the off-road tattoo? They tattooed a smiley face while we're off-roading with Henry Rollins driving the Humvee. Like, tomorrow, we're going to tattoo a smiley face on me in free fall.
Wow.
Maybe that's the stunt. You're just jerking off in the smart car, and you have to bust a nut before it hits the ground.
I mean, I thought about jacking off in the smart car, like, but I just don't know.
Off
dude.
camera. What about like like the Aqua Duker, but like the Air Duker?
Oh wow, dude! Dude, here's another crazy thing about skydiving. Like on the last 3 jumps, maybe 5 jumps today, like in the air on the way up, I'm like, oh my god, why do I have to take a shit so bad?
Because you're nervous.
I might actually shit my pants on the skydive. Like I'll be like, oh my god.
Because you
But
probably
then by
ate
the
2
time-
plates of Brussels sprouts before you got there.
Yeah, it's like when you're driving to score drugs. It's like, oh, I gotta take a shit because you're all nervous, dude. It's a little fucking fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but dude, I had to take a shit so bad, and then like after each jump when I landed, I'm like, I mean, they're just like, okay, like leave your chute there, run, come on, the next chute's waiting for you, put it on.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I mean, dude, like you're supposed to kind of like bundle up your own chute a special way, like put everything in loops, and then like put it over and carry it back and lay it out.
Are they making you pack it too?
No.
No,
They
that's like
want
a
me.
whole thing.
They want me to pack one before I'm done, and that might be part of. That
That's
might be like
gnarly.
required for certification. But dude, like, I can skydive, okay, but like my finger's very broken. Like I'm not packing a chute.
Have you pulled it out, or is it still just off the bone, crooked?
It's still pretty crooked, and I don't know if it's actually broken or not. And even if it is broken, there's not a lot you can do for a finger anyway. So
Isaac, can you look up if there's a weight limit for skydiving?
Why you want to do it?
I wanted to for a while, but you don't really see fat people skydiving.
Weight lit for skydiving.
You don't see fat people skydiving. Can you skydive over 300 pounds? Just click that.
Yeah, when you
I'm
drop to your
270
Tandem
when you
skydiving
drop to your weight,
restrictions.
Haven't you guys seen Operation Dumbo Drop?
Between 225
All right.
and 275. Okay, so
What,
I'm
what,
270.
what are you weighing these days, Vinny?
270.
yeah, you look thinner without a
270,
beard.
boom.
Yeah.
You're in. Plus, I got a funny feeling that Music City Skydiving will find a way, dude. Like,
I've never done it, and I've always wanted to.
I'm pretty sure Zach-Ass is at least 450 these days, and
Yeah.
I have no doubt that they'd find a way to make it work for him.
It's like 2 parachutes, like having to buy 2 seats on an airplane. Like just double them up.
Dude, double open is like the worst malfunction, dude.
All right, so
Oh shit!
so
No
you got
bueno.
done. So you get done skydiving and you go home and just shoot guns. Is that?
Well, okay, so I get home and I gotta shit so bad, but like now I gotta come in. So I have to shit so bad right now, and I'm thinking, just like when I shit on the fan, just like belligerently refuse to shit, and until it's time to do the stunt.
You're gonna have to shit again tomorrow.
Well, I'm thinking about not shitting until tomorrow, until.
And shit in the air. What if you shit
Yeah.
and then like you gotta
Yeah,
you have a brown paper bag, you gotta go like catch it and like bag it up, like because won't it be falling next to you?
It's not even like that, bro.
It's just gonna like mist into the air.
Like, to have air control, like you want to have stability. Like I'm gonna be falling a lot slower than than the shit. Is what I imagine. I've got way more wind resistance, and like you use your body position to have stability. Like, dude, I didn't even tell you guys about, like, this was yesterday. I was like, on day one, I'm free falling, like controlling my body position, so that like they point one way. I'm like, all right, 90 degree that way. Check my altitude, 90 degree back, 90 degree, and then okay, now 180. Now listen here, folks. I'm going to tell you about the craziest turn of them all. I'm about to turn my head completely smooth with Manscaped's new dome shaver. That's right. And just like that, I turned my head into the smoothest, butteriest thing. And for you bald bastards, I'm telling you that this new Manscaped Dome Shaver Pro is the ticket. It's got 5 rotary blades that have 9,500 RPM for the smoothest and nick and cut free shave on your whole head that you can get. I'm telling you, this is fantastic. A lot of people want to shave their head every day, and I'm more of an every week guy these days, but I love it. And if you want to get 20% off of this plus free shipping, then it's time to head to manscaped.com and use the promo code STEVO. That's manscaped.com and use the promo code STEVO to get 20% off your order plus free shipping. And this new dome shaver is every bit as epic as the lawnmower, the weed whacker. I mean, it's where men's grooming is at. Manscaped.com, promo code STEVO. 20% off plus free shipping. Now let's get back to it and ride it home. Then 360 one way, 360 the other way. Like the level to which you can control your body and do maneuvers in the air is confounding.
Wow.
It's like there's it's mind-boggling.
Maybe you can
like,
suck your own dick when you're falling.
That's why this video is going to be so entertaining and just so fascinating, because like in the space of 48 hours, like the amount of stuff that I don't even they've never had anybody go through as much of this in such a short. No student has ever jumped as many times in one day as I have, and let alone like picked it up all as fast.
And then so what? This just allows you. Treatment. Can you like take Vinny on a jump, or it's not? This is just for you to jump by yourself now.
Yeah, I'm like it'd be a whole other level of certification for me to take people as tandem. I'm not a tandem guy.
You don't even know the safety stuff for yourself. You're like,
yeah, you think you're gonna trust him to jump tandem with?
Remember the first guy that we were going to do skyjacking with? He was like, oh, but dude, I don't have my tandem license, but I can still film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I
have
could,
what he has.
I could film Vinny. He's like, I got to jump like 200 more times. And I'm like, I'm not waiting for you to jump 200 more times.
Yeah, that would take him 6 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. right. But yeah, so maybe I'll do an air duker tomorrow. That could be a fun jump. I'm just trying to think. Like I've got this big jumpsuit on. I would have to. I'd have to alter
cut a hole in it.
Would you ever do like those squirrel suits where those like dudes are just squirreling around the environment, dude?
That would pooping while free falling is amazing, and I'm so glad you suggested that, Paul. And in the spirit of making the Super Dummy Tour like naughty, like I think that's perfect. There's nothing I love more than filming stuff that is just too hot for anything and then bringing it on the road.
I just want to see if you could do it. Like I'm trying to picture it. Like, do you got to get in? Do you have to kind of cannonball position to like squatty potty up there?
Splat you in the face.
I don't know, dude, but I would be fucking up there falling through the sky, like sticking my finger in my butthole and digging it out. I don't even care. I don't even care. I would want to have that footage so bad.
Yeah, wow. Pretty epic. It's crazy that like yesterday morning you woke up, you had only jumped one time years ago skyjacking. Like this is all in the past 48 hours
Yeah.
you've done all
100%,
this.
dude. I know.
So crazy.
It's great. And okay, so pooping and
Now to guns.
And guns, yeah, guns. Like you know what? Like I wonder if the guns. I am a gun guy now. I don't know. I think we're pretty deep in this episode to make the title I'm all about guns. I think you know. Us discussing which way we'd most prefer to be executed is epic. We should get back on that.
Okay.
Like, I'm a gun guy. I shoot lots of guns. I own multiple assault rifles. Like, you know, what do you want? Like, come to my house to trespass. Like, you might get murked.
Wait, did you get the did you get the custom Steve-O assault AR?
Don't have that one yet, but I got some mags customized.
I mean, dude,
Sick.
Oh, and we mentioned this on the Pontius episode that my background check got me denied, but then my appeal
Yeah.
overturned the denial. So we've covered that I'm a gun guy. Let's go back to executions.
well, dude, I think the best there's two ways that I would have gone out is like, well, maybe just one. I think the best death. And please don't kill me for saying this, but like, just imagine you're JFK, you're driving around, you're waving at people, you're like, dude, I'm about to bone marrow.
Yeah, dude, for
and
sure.
then you're
I'm with
done.
you.
I think
Dude,
he never.
JFK, like luckiest guy ever.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is not like a self-harm. See, this is we're not
Hypotheticals.
promoting-
We're just talking hypotheticals here.
hypotheticals. You know,
I mean, just
like,
getting shot in the back of the head, like you're just, minding your own business.
I don't
he
prefer
didn't,
that.
like,
I disagree.
Not seeing it coming is pretty awesome. Like JFK didn't see it coming. It couldn't have been more instant. I mean, zero question that he suffered. Like he was the man. Like adoring fans everywhere. Like he was like beloved. JFK definitely won the game.
Or like having a heart attack during
Definitely
sex.
won.
Like if you're boning and you have a heart attack, like, okay, that's pretty cool.
No, I mean,
Right. I used to think
But a
that
heart
a
attack still
plane
hurts,
crash.
though.
I used to think that a plane crash was the best, and the skydiving would fit right in there because the rationale was that there's the point where you realize the plane's going down. Okay, so you know this is it. Like you've got.
It's too long to
Like-
think.
Yeah, what are you doing in those next couple minutes?
Well, that's
14 minutes.
That's the thing. You've got like crazy adrenaline, like kind of overriding everything because you're falling through the and you've got long enough to deliberately think your last thoughts, to be have your gratitude, like whatever, like to think about what's important, but you don't
Henry
have
Rollins shouting in your head.
yeah, right. You don't have like too long to dwell on it, but it is kind of a long time to be thinking, and I'm kind of past the.
You think
know.
you
I don't know.
think you'd be able to
I'm-
bust a nut with those 5 minutes? How
No,
you think you think
dude.
you'd be able to fucking
Bro,
I mean, you're
not busting a nut during a plane crash. You're not busting a nut in an ice bath.
in the ice bath for sure?
This guy thinks he can bust a nut in an ice
How
bath.
do you get a boner in an ice bath?
Vinny's like, I could do it, no problem. And we're like,
Vinny
well, you
can
have
do
an ice,
anything.
dude. You have an ice bath. Why haven't you done it yet?
At first, he
It's
said
not
he
like
could do
yours.
it without even touching himself, just mentally. But
I did not. I said that when I was coming off heroin, I could do it.
You can bust a nut without touching yourself.
Why? Like, what?
Okay, so
that
how are you
makes
gonna-
even less sense.
No, because
Why-
when you're detoxing off heroin, you could come by just fucking blowing on it.
Okay, chat. Is that true?
Look it up.
Paul, what's the best way you would want to die?
What's the what?
What's the best? Which way would you want to go out?
Well, I completely disagree with you guys. I don't want the Kennedy sudden death. I would want
Terminal
time
cancer, so your whole
to,
family can visit you
say
for 6
goodbye to
months?
people. I would want time to come to terms with it. I think death is like this beautiful thing, and I don't want it just sprung on me quickly. Like
I want to be in the
Wow,
brave.
that's such a Paul answer.
Bro, I want to be in the Braveheart days with an axe to my neck off in battle, like
What?
just so I don't even have to think about it after that. You know what I mean? It's like,
I mean, dude, beheadings, that does sound kind of rad because, like,
Yeah.
because when the head, like, lands in the bucket, like, there's still technically enough, like, oxygen, you know, like.
You think
like,
you'd see yourself?
You're. Like you've got to have that moment where your head lands in the bucket, and you're like, dude.
for sure.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but even like jumping off a building, like jumping off of like the Empire State Building, you know, like you ever stood on the like high floor of a building and just thought like, man, if I jump, I try to hit that, or I try to like land on that thing, like.
I mean, dude.
If someone's like, you have to die tomorrow at 5 p.m., how do you want to die? I might jump off of something high.
I mean, dude, the craziest footage I've
No
ever
way.
seen on the news was 9/11 when people were just so freaked out of like they just
Wow,
jumped
that was
out of the
terrible.
building. Like, what are? I mean, you're thinking the whole way down.
mean,
does your
dude,
adrenaline
people
take
are-
over and you're just like
You
you
might
just
even have
shut
a heart
down?
attack on the way down. Just die before you hit the ground.
I mean, yeah, the 9/11, they had talk about a rock and a hard spot, dude. They were like,
Yeah.
I'm either gonna burn to death or I'm gonna free fall and splat.
Yeah,
They weren't so lucky like
I'm
JFK.
definitely jumping in that situation. Right?
Yeah, but like, would your brain let you jump? Or but that's how scared you are. You're like, fuck it, I'm out.
I know. I mean, that's the thing. It's the actual jumping part. Like, you actually have to do something, you know? Like, you have to bring yourself to do it. But the burning part is going to be way more painful.
Yeah,
I think I'm a jumper in that situation, too.
yeah. I mean, I think like you know,
Steve's just like, you just got to count from 3.
you would do 1, 2, 3.
Come on,
sure.
dude, just count down from 3. You got it.
I mean, being hit by a train isn't that bad either, you
Well,
know?
I think most people get hit by trains because they see it coming and their body freezes.
No. There's people
mean-
in San Diego that like use the train as like because it's a for sure way,
Dude,
right?
don't use that word. We're going to bleep,
yeah.
bleep
Yeah,
that
bleep
word.
me.
Unalive.
Unalive yourselves.
Okay, I mean, what about lethal injection? Like that's obviously like just to like overdose
Ah,
on
the best, the
heroin
best.
would
Yeah,
be the
that's-
best.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude,
Or a
You've heard
heroin
my-
overdose.
you guys have heard my rants on lethal injection. Like,
Yeah.
biggest cakewalk of a death ever.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean the electric
Yeah, for
chair would
sure.
be
That's my
horrible.
final answer. Lethal injection is the best way to go. And it
But lethal
ab-
injection of what? Like, are you going
Well,
heroin so you can feel good while
well,
doing
no,
it?
no.
or-
Like the lethal injection is comprised of 3 different injections. The first one is just straight anesthesia, so you're done. You don't even know anything happened. The second drug is like a muscle something or other, and then the third one stops your heart. But like for the experience that you have being, you know, put to death by lethal injection, it's like going under for knee surgery, like without the pesky waking up sore.
Yeah, I think the worst way to go would be like at the end of Casino when Joe Pesci just gets beat to death with a baseball bat
Ugh,
like that.
Buried alive.
Yeah, dude. Have you seen that movie Casino, Steve?
Oh yeah.
You remember at the end when he
And I watched it recently. Oh guys, you know what I've been watching is Presumed Innocent.
what
it's
episode
so
are you on?
good.
Dude, I'm on like episode maybe 5.
Can we all agree that Jake Gyllenhaal's the best? No, he's
Okay.
the best.
I thought, okay, don't
Oh
spoil
no,
anything
I've learned
for
my
me.
lesson on spoiler alerts. But yeah, I mean, dude, he's like 42 years old, just killing it. Everything
Dude,
he
he's
does
good.
is
He was
the
good
best.
He
in,
really is good.
Roadhouse. I loved the Roadhouse the remake.
That was fun.
It was fun. It was exactly what it needed to be. Like it's exactly what I wanted. It was fun. It was funny. It was great.
Yeah, I've been
But yeah,
watching.
he's awesome.
I've been watching Slow Horses with Gary Oldman, the English, MI6, MI5 type stuff. That's fun.
Wow.
Yeah, Gary Oldman's the best too.
MI6?
Next, Steve. It's really good.
And is he?
Slow horses, huh? Oh wow.
He's
Is
English.
Apple
A-
is Apple TV are they stepping up in the game?
Kind of stepping up their game.
They're
I
good,
did-
dude. They have the morning show. That Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon show. That was really good.
Yeah, I'm watching the Vince Vaughn where he's a detective. That's
Oh yeah,
good.
is that good?
Yeah, it's Vince Vaughn in his prime, like just like as funny and quick as he was in like Old School and Swingers.
So is it that Apple kind of has like a prestige already to its branding? Like it's Apple, you know, it's like the iPod, like they're, you know,
Yeah,
there's
like HBO
that they're
used
able
to be.
Yeah, like they're able to kind of get these names because it's like it's prestigious. It's Apple, that awesome corporation that changed the world.
Don't they have Peaky Blinders too, or is that Netflix?
I think
Oh,
that's
that's
Netflix.
Netflix,
Oh, but
yeah.
now they're making Peaky Blinders the movie.
Are you gonna see it?
Sure, man. Dude, I didn't miss any of Peaky Blinders.
Yeah,
I love
me
that.
neither. That was so good.
Dude, such a crazy brain fart right here.
Jake Gyllenhaal,
Now,
Apple
Gary
TV.
Oldman.
The while you think of that,
yeah,
the new
yeah,
Adam
yeah, yeah,
Sandler
here
special.
Here we go. Let me ask you this. House of the Dragon season 2.
Horrible.
We tried to watch it on the tour bus when we were on the last leg of tour, and dude, like that first episode is just pain. The first episode of season 2, painful for me.
I tried watching the whole season and I couldn't do it.
So-
I just
couldn't get
finished
into
it. I watched it. I watched it all.
And what'd you think of House of the Dragon season 2?
Well, without giving away too much, without spoiling too much, I enjoyed it, but like they always end on such a cliffhanger that it's like, bro, just like give me that thing already. Like stop pushing.
I remember like really like feeling at the end of the first season, I was like, hey, dude, I'm stoked. And then it's like took them so long to come out with the second season that I couldn't remember a thing about the first season.
Yeah.
So we're over here on the tour bus watching YouTube videos to recap the first. Just give me the first whole season in a recap synopsis. And we did that, and we just thought like it didn't really like. And then we tried to watch the. I just felt like I'm just over it. I think I'm over it.
All right, let me ask you this. I asked Vinny and Isaac the same thing. And Paul, have you seen Presumed Innocent?
Yeah.
Okay, we've all seen it. We won't make any faces, but I'm dying to know what do you.
I'm scared.
No. I'm going to ask you, what do you think's going to happen?
Oh, you're gonna. What do I think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Or like, what do you
Okay.
think? What do you think the truth is?
I'll tell you, man. It's starting to look like. To me, it's starting to look like the guy who took Jake Gyllenhaal's job. They call him Tom Holta or something. Like he's such a fucking psycho. Like he's just so like his whole character. I can think that he hates that Jake Gyllenhaal guy so much, and like I think that him having done it to frame him might be a bit, but don't.
I won't say
get me-
anything. Every time I saw that guy, it just reminded me of him in Garden State, the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't tell what I saw him
Yeah,
from.
he was just like the guy who's like returning the stuff for money, and he's like his best friend. Yeah, that guy.
I don't know.
The guy on the left.
Yeah. He's the buddy in Garden State.
Oh
He
yeah.
did something
but,
else though recently.
Yeah, dude.
He's
I
great.
don't know what else I know him from. But yeah,
He probably
I think
did
I might
blow
be
with
coming
them
around.
in 08.
I think I might be coming around on on Fiction.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Then I got some movies for you, buddy.
But dude, do we do movies anymore?
I've been doing movies.
I love a movie.
I went and saw Alien at the movies last weekend.
I remember you used to go to the movies like every single week,
I used
like
to- I used to-
multiple times.
You just
Multiple
hitting the
times.
movies by yourself?
Yeah.
Sick.
I go in the back so I can still like work and do my phone calls or like my
Go to the back
emails.
like Pee Wee Herman.
Put a hole in the popcorn and just sit with my. No, like I just like it's enjoyable. I just like movies so much. My dad does the same thing. I think it's just maybe I don't know.
Okay. All right, we're coming back to executions, dude. What are other what's the worst ones?
Fire is going
I-
to be the worst.
Like a snake bite.
Did-
You're just like.
Oh, and
dying.
Isaac, can you Google like how long do beheaded people have consciousness or remain? Yeah.
I mean, for me, like, what about like getting eaten to death by like a lion or something? You
Okay.
know, like
Eating death, that's terrible. That's awesome.
that would be awful. Which, if you think about it, like, that's how most things die. Most things die by just
Right?
being like
Yeah.
eaten.
Like in the dinosaur
And like
ages.
also, everything other than humans kill their food by
Ooh.
they kill it with their mouth. It's so crazy.
After their tops
Wow.
were cropped.
Oh my God. Humans have been reported to maintain consciousness for 15 to 30 seconds after they were beheaded.
Consciousness, meaning
15
they can still
to 30,
think.
meaning they're thinking. Meaning they're like, dude, I'm only a head in a bucket. Like,
That's fucking.
Someone's
Like
over them
that.
with a clipboard, just like blink if you hear me. Blink. Can you blink if you hear me?
right. Like, I mean, you got to imagine that when your head's in the bucket and you're awake and conscious for those 30 seconds, you're like, this is not a rad reality, but it's kind of fucking cool.
But it's something.
I mean,
Yeah,
like, wow, like you really savor those moments.
Or like,
That's
dude,
30
going
seconds of
like,
your life.
You've
Like
got long
caves?
enough to deliberately think your last thought.
yeah, or like going cave spelunking and getting stuck in a crevasse.
Oh yeah,
And you're just
dude.
like, nobody can hear you.
200 and how many hours, and the guy chews his own hand off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that what
anything
he
that's
did?
like claustrophobic death, you know, like buried alive would be like so claustrophobic and it'd just be awful. I think buried alive might be the worst.
Okay, so frozen to death or burned to death?
Frozen to death because, like, dude, you get so cold, your like body gets warm, and then you just want to go to sleep. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
you
your
don't
body
need
you know
doesn't.
what, dude? I remember hearing that drowning was actually like,
Peaceful.
yeah, drowning, like, it's almost like the you get the dopest high, like, ever.
I mean,
Like, but then I think in Islam, if you drown, no matter what, you go to heaven because they think it's so bad.
really.
If you accept the fact that you're probably gonna die, and you don't struggle, then drowning is great.
I mean, like, dude, what we think of like these types of situations, but when you hear somebody that had an NDE, they're like, I remember like drowning and I couldn't catch my breath, and then all of a sudden I was just at peace in a light. Like, I think your body just shuts down and you just go to the other side.
Right, no matter what, and I love that you bring it to NDEs. Like, all evidence points to everything is totally fine once you're actually dead. It's just the pain and suffering leading up to
Yeah.
the moment when once you're on the other side, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're better than good. You're great. No,
Yeah.
I'll send you a good one. I listened to. My brother sent me
Bliss.
one yesterday, and it was like profound.
But that's not to say that you wouldn't have regrets. That's why unaliving yourself is so ill-advised, because there's no way to do that and not have like terrible regrets, you know. And that's the thing too, is that once you're on the other side, you realize, oh my God, like like it's not over. Like there's still stuff happening, and like, oh, why'd I do that, you know? So you can have
Like, why'd I
regrets.
choose burn to death? Oh, that was terrible.
And back to the skydiving thing, like when I'm thinking about like, okay, like if it all goes, you know, if the chute's gonna malfunction, you know, if it's gonna, you know, because I've been thinking that a lot the last 2 days. Like what I landed on is
Asphalt.
everything's like where
Oh, Paul, we miss you.
what I arrived at was that it's all about the intention, you know. Like I wouldn't seek to be unalive, but like if it happened, I know everything's gonna be okay, and it wasn't like an intentional thing. Like I think I'd be okay with it, you know. And I also believe pretty strongly that I've just been so fortunate to have lived such a full and rich life, like 50 years of life, like so ultra packed with experience and just wonderful experience. that I just can't imagine any scenario where I find myself at the end of my life and not thinking, dude, hell yeah. And that's my advice to everybody is to like try to live your life deliberately in the way that you will be the way you will want to have lived it when it ends. Don't be on your deathbed thinking, oh, why didn't I do this, And I know that whenever my life does end, the one thing is I'll be like, oh my God, why did I waste my life being so anxious and just balled up as stress and like why did I allow myself to just be so miserable and in fear and anxiety all the time? But as I've said many times before, I wouldn't trade that in, because if I was all comfortable and content, then I wouldn't have had all the great experience.
Is this the? Is this the testosterone talking, or is this? I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. How's that going?
I mean, thank you for that, Scott, dude. I love that, by the way. And I've injected myself with testosterone once. Like when they prescribe you testosterone, it's based on your blood work. I had low testosterone coming in at a level of like 300. If you're like a psycho like Donald Cowboy Cerrone, the retired UFC fighter, he's like jacked up to 1,500 level of testosterone.
Wow.
So 300 to 1,000 per deciliter is normal.
Yeah, like I think that I'd like to. I think they want me to get to like maybe like 800. 300. And so whatever. Like the thing is that they'll prescribe you a weekly amount, but if you take it once a week, then by the end of the week, you'll feel yourself falling off again. So they've got me breaking it up to shoot it up twice a week, so that my level doesn't fall. I'm more sustained. Paul, you saw the footage of me shooting it up. Was that gnarly when I let go of the needle and it's just sticking out of my thigh?
Well, it was crazy how hard it was to squeeze the liquid out. It seemed like it was really a challenge to like.
Was it like?
I don't know.
A thick.
I don't know if it was just really thick. Like, would it have been that hard to just squirt it out, or was it because you were in your leg? Because you were like you were like leaning into like pushing.
Right. It's the actual. It's not a liquid. It's not even like it's very syrupy.
Oh, so it's just hard to get out of there.
It's super syrupy, thick, like not even I wouldn't classify as a liquid.
Didn't you do that?
Oh wow!
Yeah,
And you don't feel the effects of it for at least 2 weeks, maybe like a month. So.
Are you hitting yourself in the right spot? Because when I was doing it, it was going pretty good.
But you're a pro.
Vinny was doing it in his dick.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, maybe, but like when I was doing it, it wasn't hard to push.
Was it like a thick liquid?
Yeah, it's like an oily substance, kind of like a.
Dude, I'm so excited for it, man. And I have no interest in like being big and muscular. Like, I mean, I like where I'm at right now with just the exercise that I'm doing, like my natural muscles. I don't want to be like obviously like, oh, look at him, like he's like that's just the testosterone. I want to just to be the way I am as far as muscles go. What I'm doing the testosterone for is for energy and to feel young.
And you want more energy.
You don't have any energy?
Yeah, you don't have energy. You're not fucking riding 36 miles a day on a bike.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, not 36 yet. But so far, I've not done more than 29 miles. But but I got
Your
this
goal
app.
is to just not even sleep anymore. Like, what is you with more energy?
Dude, that's the other video that we're working on that we're gonna put out. Like I imagine it being called like a near perfect day, what a perfect day looks like for Steve-O. And like the amount of time that is invested every day into like starting out, I got 25 minutes meditating first thing in the morning. Now 25 minutes of yoga. So before I even get to the coffee pot, I've already put an hour into like, spiritual practice. Then like, with my coffee, then we're looking at a 3 to 5 mile walk, and that's where I'm like multitasking, walking around the trail around the ranch, like doing emails and texting with you guys, getting work done. Like it's epic to be able to work and exercise at the same time. So that's like an hour to an hour and a half of walking, / jogging. I like to get one lap around the trail jogging. And then after that, it's like, whatever I got to actually do during the day. But then throw in an average of a 20-mile bike ride. That, to ride, I did 18 miles in 70 minutes. Yeah, there it is. It was.
Doesn't your taint hurt from like riding? Like, why do bicyclists why do they make the seats so hard? Like after the triathlon, didn't your guys' like taint just was numb? Like,
Well,
is that how you feel every time you ride?
Well, the thing is that like hardcore cyclists will I forget what it's called, but you wear special underwear that has a cushion onto the
You think they'd make like a
hard.
soft seat?
They let the seat be hard and the cushions, you're wearing it. And the rationale is for that is that if the seat was soft and you weren't wearing the cushion, then the sweat would stick you to the seat.
Oh, well, I guess they've thought of everything.
Yeah, and I would argue that you could have a soft seat and a cushion on your butt, I don't see why they gotta have
I just want a
why they
Tempur-Pedic bike seat or something like a fucking...
Yeah.
I always thought
Yeah,
as a
but-
kid, I always thought that hole was like for your dick. Like, did you guys ever think that as a kid?
Never
I was like,
in my
oh yeah,
life.
maybe like.
Never once.
And someone told me as a kid, they were like, yeah, if you have a boner while you ride, you have more energy. So bikers always give themselves a boner.
Really?
And I thought for years, I was like, that's what those holes are for.
That's
for
how
your
he still
dick.
rides his bike.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
have we
I've been
gone
fucking
this
my
deep?
bike for years, dude.
Dude, I just realized we've gone this deep into the podcast and not even acknowledged that Vinny doesn't have his beard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why don't you
Vinny,
look at
what's
the camera?
up?
Dude.
You're hiding behind... Dude, this guy comes to my house with fake beards, and they look like... They're like masks that go around your ear, and I'm like, bro, what are you just going to wear? Like a mask that like loops around your ear? He had a gray beard, a red beard...
The idea was I was gonna wear a different beard for the next couple episodes.
Did you bring one?
Nah, because they were shitty. But
Okay, so Vinny, like we've been talking about shaving your beard for the longest time. This was something that we were gonna punish you for not winning the triathlon with. Like,
Yeah.
we were gonna like one way or another. It was, oh, dude, Vinny, and it was the one thing that you wanted to have happen the least, like because you've not had a beard since you were 15.
Yeah.
Your entire life. And then now you've got this opportunity to be in a short film,
yeah,
which, let's face it, nobody's ever going to see it.
I don't know.
They said it might go to
Yeah,
Sundance.
it's a company that has done a few short films that have gotten into Sundance, and they're trying to get this one in too.
Okay, all of you guys, can anybody name a short film
No,
that I've heard of?
I don't know. I mean, not on the spot. I mean, like, but where would you see a short
I appreciate the fucking kind
Jerry's
words,
Game.
dude. Jesus Christ.
Right? Well, no. I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
there's Scott, there's Vinny, there's Paul, there's Isaac. Not one of us can name even one short film.
Perfect Chaos.
Short films are not a thing. Okay. And Vinny, they're not a thing. Nobody cares about short films. And you shaved your face.
Yeah. Yeah, because I also got paid a little bit of money, and I'm trying to get back into being in front of the camera more on my own, like doing my own thing.
You're getting
and
your reels up.
And I'm trying to fucking just venture off and try new shit.
Dude, I love it, and I already feel like a bad guy for shitting on your short film. I was just trying to make it seem like like I don't know what I was trying to do. I'm sorry.
I mean, there's comedy there.
I know. I see where you're coming from because I was not down to shave my beard for
Right, I
fucking-
was saying the stakes were really high.
Yeah,
is what,
yeah.
You know, like you framed the shaving of the beard as like the ultimate thing that you were the most afraid of, and you know, and then
He'd
you
rather
got
be
this
JFK.
Yeah, then you got this opportunity to do the short film, and you're like, it was just that easy.
Yeah.
You know, and
well,
that's
it
why
was
I was
not
trying to-
easy. It was not easy. I even tried showing up on set. I didn't shave before I got there, and I was trying to like fly under the radar. And I even got into the first position, like ready to shoot, and like before they said action, so one of the assistant directors was like, "Wait, whoa! I thought Vinny was supposed to shave his beard," and I was. Fuck, dude! Like I was
that
so
was my
close.
next question. Was that you know, after you built it up like that's such a big. I was like, oh, dude, like you got to get killer footage. Like, what's the circumstance of how it's going to be shaved? Like, what's the video?
Yeah.
And it sounds like it was just a throwaway, like on the set at the last possible second.
Yep, throwaway last possible second. I made a little cute video on Instagram, but whatever. I hate the way that it came out. I don't like it.
Scott, he says he likes it.
I like it. I mean, it's different. I think
I
he
look
looks
like a fucking walrus.
he looks
I don't
Italian.
fucking-
He looks more Italian
Isaac,
now.
what do you think?
I told you I liked it, and then you called me a fucking liar.
I am a very honest person.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he looks more handsome with the beard, but like it's growing on me, and like I don't think he looks as bad as he thinks he does. I don't think he looks bad at all.
It was a very, very weird thing to see because it's been 20 years.
Vinny's like, don't look at my face. Stick your face in my asshole.
It's like, you know what's not shaved.
I hooked up with this chick a couple weeks ago, or like
Paul, that was amazing.
wait, I didn't even hear what he said.
Paul said,
Oh yeah.
I said, you know what's not shaved.
He has a beard on his butthole.
I hooked up with this chick the other day, and she
my
said, "I'm not doing standard procedure on you, so don't ask."
oh my
Wow.
God.
yeah.
Did
yeah.
you
Yeah,
ask
that's
anyway?
crazy.
Yeah. No. I
And then
did
you're
not.
like, I never ask.
I never ask. I just shove.
I just encourage. I encourage with
I just
Yeah.
gently nudge.
Yeah.
We should make like a YouTube video like dating app for Vinny, like bachelor, like you know, like a bachelor,
I should
or
make
like
standard
love
procedure merch.
yeah, like
for
love
sure.
connection,
You
Vinny
should.
love connection.
yeah.
Oh my God. That's so fucking great. I'm not doing standard procedure on you. So
don't ask. Yeah. Got me on the spot.
Dude.
Have,
Oh my
have
God.
people
Okay,
in
so
public
do we have any?
not recognize you that you know with your beard gone? Like friends that you've met up with for lunch?
Well, when I walked into work at my other job, like obviously they recognized me, but they were like taken back. My friend's son screamed and like ran away.
Really?
Yeah, like he's like young though, like 7 or something. He didn't like it at all.
Your mom? What'd she say?
I FaceTimed her as soon as I shaved it, and she's like, she answered FaceTime, and she's like, "Oh my fucking God, what did you do? Did you lose a bet?
Yeah.
Did you lose a bet?" And I was just like, "No, working." And she's like, "Jesus Christ." And yeah, she
We
wasn't
should-
a fan of it either.
I say we should have blew a fireball and burnt it off in your face.
Yeah, well, you missed that one.
How much weight have you lost at this point, Vinny?
40 pounds.
40. You've been saying 40 for a while now,
Yeah,
so you've plateaued.
I've plateaued, yeah, but they just upped my dose. So
Oh, they just
yeah,
they just upped your dose,
yeah, they
huh?
upped my dose.
And that's supposed to.
I mean, I already feel bad for making fun of your short film, but now I'm gonna feel worse. Like, I just with the shaving the face.
oh boy.
That I just,
Go ahead.
I don't-
Go ahead.
Just say it. We can cut
Yeah.
it.
I mean,
I'm not cutting it.
I think the beard. I think you're gonna grow back the beard.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
I think you look better with the beard.
For sure.
Keep the pounds off. Put the beard back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? What were you gonna say? I want to hear it.
Nope.
I was just gonna say that it's like where your chin is, like kind of under the chin.
Yeah.
My eyes go to the under the chin when your face is shaved.
Yeah. Mine too, dude.
In a way that it's not possible because your eyes would only go to a glorious beard before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, if you're really gonna beat it out of me, what I was thinking was that if you're gonna keep your face shaved, then maybe they should up the dose some more.
Oh, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
I look at your nose in your mouth because you do facial expressions that you can't see. And Isaac and I are like, dude, we've never seen this facial expression. Like he has no bluff or there's no poker face anymore. And like when we call him out, with the beard, he's just normally like serious, but like with no beard, you can see his like lips shaking and like him like trying to hold it back.
Wow.
And
Nowhere to
don't,
hide.
Don't play poker
That's-
without a beard.
Yeah.
Wow, now I kind of like the face shaved.
You can see it. He speaks more with his face.
Wow, so we've pulled Vinny's covers
Yep.
and we're smoking out his deceit.
Yeah. Exactly.
I like that. A more honest Vinny.
Yeah, look at it. Like he's just trying to like. He's like his lips are different. Like he's always laughing, but like he's always. You got to see it in person because when you talk to him, he can't he has no poker face anymore. So he's just raw.
That's very interesting. Vinny, I love seeing the notifications of your Vinny finished a workout, walked, rode the indoor cycle. I love to see that you're staying active with exercise.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty well with it.
Did you
I've
see
been enjoying it.
Did you see the notification that Vinny got a Rolex?
Oh my god.
Oh my God, you're not kidding me.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Aren't you wearing it?
Show your wrist.
Oh god damn it.
He got it for a better
How
deal than
much?
what we talked about.
How much did that cost?
This is when he said,
You don't
"Boy
need
can
it-
dream."
You don't need to.
I did not get it then. I did a little bit of research and I got it at a wholesale price.
He got it the day after. Steve.
No,
He thought
not the
about
day
it.
after.
Okay, I mean,
I'm
here's the
encouraging it.
thing. We might as well I had a little heart to heart with Vinny. Like I put him on blast with all of the guys on the call. There was nothing private about it. There was nothing subtle about it. And I was like, Vinny, I'm worried about all this reckless spending. It concerns me. And then you're like, well, dude, I was only looking at the Rolex. A boy can dream.
Yeah. And I made that dream a reality.
It's an investment.
So look, this is it's an investment, it's an asset, it won't depreciate, it will only appreciate. And I got it at wholesale.
Isaac, I need you to Google
look, if I-
is
Do
a Rolex
Rolexes
a good investment?
Go ahead, Google that.
Yeah, that is true.
It's true.
Is
And
it wrong?
I could
So
turn around and
they
sell this for
appreciate-
$2,000 more than what I paid for it. Right now.
What did you
not
pay for
a
it?
good class of investment.
It goes up and down like the stock market.
Okay, how about this? During the pandemic, when the Fed was just flooding the market with all this stimulus money, just printing money, and everybody had money, that was a good time to
Oh, there you go.
be selling Rolexes.
Yeah.
But
It's an appreciating asset.
When the economy is not flooded with free money, it's not good.
Well, interest rates are dropping and Rolex prices are going to go up. I mean, I'm wondering if there's a chart of like Rolexes over time, because I mean, what's the deal with Rolex? They only make so many in a year, and that's why they're so coveted. Ooh, look at that chart. We like that chart.
I like
That's
the
a good
upward
looking chart.
growth of that
Historic
chart.
Rolex from 19. I mean, it's going up.
That's the retail. Okay.
What's that
How
one?
about the price of used Rolex? Chart for.
And you
Yeah, how
kept-
about a reselled one with Italian arm hair all over it?
I think
mean,
Vinny.
all right,
I think Vinny's good luck and like good things happen in Vinny life. So I think that this was a good
Look,
purchase.
It's not.
Look, I'll be honest on how much I paid for it. I paid $4,450 for it. I could turn around and sell it right now for close to $6,000 if I wanted to. I got it for wholesale price with no box, no papers, so it was naked. But
Well, that's not good.
But I mean, if you were gonna get this with box and papers, you're looking around $9,000.
Okay.
So
What's box and papers? But
box
is that
and papers
not
means
what
the
people?
Rolex box.
Yeah, it comes with like
and,
its own thing.
And the
Vinny bought a fake Rolex.
Yeah, is it fake? How do you know?
no, it's not fake. I got it from a trusted dealer.
Okay,
No.
Vinny, it's none of my business how you spend your money. And when I put you on blast like that, you know it was only because I love you
Yes.
and I care about you and I want the best for you.
Yes, I do know that. And look, I'm not going out spending money that I don't have. Okay, boys, I'm doing okay. I do shit on the side too.
I'm here for it, Vinny.
Yeah, I do shit on the side.
You're like, I'm just spending all the money I have.
I'm not spending the money I don't have. I'm just spending everything I have.
Steve,
That's not true though.
did you buy that Rolex that you had back in the day that you lost on PCP, or was it a gift, or what was the deal with that? How much?
I bought it.
How much
I
was
bought
that?
It. I think that one was like $20,000.
And it was all gold,
Yeah.
right?
It was $20,000.
There it
It
is.
was just gold. But then I got it in my head that what I really needed was to have diamonds, and so I screwed up the whole thing terribly by putting some bullshit aftermarket, not Rolex diamonds on it. And so at that point, you've taken all of the value of the actual Rolex and just muddied it with, you know.
And that cigarette you're smoking right there, was that a Camel or a Marlboro? What was your choice?
Most likely it was a Newport.
Newport,
Sick,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I used to buy like, you know, I'd buy like 2 packs of Newports and 1 pack of like Marlboro or something. Because sometimes I would have a hankering for a non-menthol.
All right. Well, I think this has been a good one. What time is it, Vinny?
I don't know, let me check my rollie. It's 8:35.
Here's what I think that we got a little bit in the weeds on the talking about TV shows, and that if we clipped that out and just kept it about executions.
Okay.
But hey, man, but you know what? Like, don't listen to me.
Okay.
I would like to hear Paul's take on that. Paul's pretty even.
Paul's 100% always leave everything in no matter what.
So am I.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, I like it. Yeah, I like it. I don't know. When I listen to podcasts, people are talking about like, oh, dude, this show, that show. We didn't spend that much time on it.
I mean,
and
people
think
might
people like
comment
that kind of
about like, no, this show's better. Like, it might help with comments.
Steve, you just
Okay.
got to avoid the comments, especially because people are going to spoil the end of that show for you.
Dude, I gotta avoid comments. Period.
Yeah.
I've been like the really focused on like health and wellness, mental health, like productivity, and you know, like I've listened to enough people shit on me to you know, make deliberate choices to work on things that I believe I should work on, and I am actively working on those things, and I'm like making what I think is really cool shit happen, and I'm taking really good care of myself and getting in the best shape that I can be in. And that's it. And then no part of that involves looking at any more fucking comments.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well,
Sounds
is that
good.
it?
Yeah.
I
This
think
was
that's
fun.
it. Dude, I love the fact that we can deliver people like the good quality sound, the good quality video, and not some fucking shitty Zoom recording footage. And they're like in perfect real time. We're all laughing at the same jokes. Like there's no lag. There's been no lag. Like what's me talking over people has sadly been just that.
Well, let me ask you. What do you want to do about Pornhub? Vinny seems to
Okay.
think that it's too self-harm.
It might get taken down for dangerous activities.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Because I was like, dude, like they have like fetish it. You know what I mean?
I don't know about that.
I
don't think that's a word that you want to say either. I think.
I mean, we're not live, are we?
Are we still in the podcast?
Are we cut it?
I would have figured that we are still live.
Oh, I thought.
Oh, great. So
I
just
thought
bleep
you
that.
talking about the.
Yeah, just bleep that word. Let people peer into our lives and our relationship.
Oh
man.
shit! I
think
thought we were
it's
off. All right. Well, what do you want to
Yeah,
do?
because Steve.
great. Okay, with Pornhub, I think that it's hilarious for me to put my triple X rated multimedia comedy special Steve-O's Bucket List on Pornhub. I think it's notable. I think that we should establish some kind of line of communication with the executives at Pornhub to say, hey, like, let's, there's only upside and zero downside, like, let's do a press release, we'll get my publicist, involved. Well, like, let's just, like, give Pornhub, like, a chance at some press. Let's get some eyeballs on my special. Like, nobody gets hurt in this. Like, maybe it doesn't do anything. Certainly doesn't change the world or our lives dramatically, but it's fun, it's cute, and it could be a good move. And it's important to me that it be embedded on steveo.com
Okay,
so that people can just watch it for free.
That was going to be my next question, because if you're doing it like that, there are states where you can't even go on Pornhub.
And Texas is not allowed.
And there's also states where you have to like put your ID and information in to use Pornhub.
just to jack off.
Yeah, Google what states have banned Pornhub.
Isn't that crazy about Texas? Like they're like home of the free, but we're not going to let you look at porn on the internet.
Utah is on there now too.
I'm sure where Pornhub is
Utah
blocked the
makes a
second
lot
one.
more sense than Utah makes way more sense than Texas.
That's so insane to me.
Yeah, they're.
Texas.
I mean, yeah. So like, so what? So someone's in Texas.
Montana, North Carolina, Utah, and Virginia.
But they can just get a VPN. I mean, we could put it on all the porn sites.
I mean, yeah, I think put it everywhere. I want everybody to watch my bucket list special. I'm so tremendously proud of it. If it's not everybody's bag of tea, too bad. Like, I'm unbelievably proud of it. I think it's fucking awesome. And I know that, like, all kinds of fucking people, if not the majority of everybody who watches it, agrees with me. Please watch it. Find it for free. It's at steveo.com right now, hosted by OnlyFans, which I'm trying to change, and that's what this conversation's been about, is where to host it so that it can be embedded and play for free for everybody at steveo.com. And OnlyFans is not it, because they're asking for credit card information just to watch it for free, which makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
But with that, yeah, like Pornhub's great. And keep it on OnlyFans, but just don't have the OnlyFans link at steveo.com. And put it everywhere. I think put it everywhere. Like, I want everybody to watch it. I don't care where. I don't care how.
Okay. All right.
And I want everybody to see me on my Super Dummy tour. It's gonna get just better and better, man.
Yeah.
And,
you should say these dates in the intro too.
Plus, make no mistake that before this plane goes out of the before this car goes out of the airplane, we have it fully driving again for, like, arguably completely crazier shit than driving it out of an airplane. And we should check in with JP, the shady prop master, on where he's at on that absurd fucking idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I love you guys, man. I think, yeah.
All right.
I love everybody who's around at this point in the podcast. You know I do. I told the guys, I was like, man, I want to do it like high production value. I'm in Tennessee, you're in California, and I want to have Paul in Arizona. Like, coming from 3 different states, really far apart from each other, with this level of production value and us to spend this time together, it's fucking killer, and I love you guys.
Love you too, dude.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
too.
Love you too. Thanks for having me, man. Stoked.
Yeah, dude, it's always way better with you, Paul. And I know,
thank
the comment section has to be raving about the gorgeous Paul Brisky and how much he contributes.
Well, I only read every single one of those and screenshot them.
I know you fucking psychos do, man. All right, dude.
All right.
Be well, guys.
All right, later.
All right, love you guys.
And there you have it, people of the universe. Our first cross-country episode. I mean, I was wanting to do that for quite a while. The guys told me, no, dude, like if you're in Tennessee and we're in California, then it's going to be really disappointing for guests if we come and bring them the van and you're not in it. And I was like, all right, you know. I mean, in this case, there was no guest to disappoint. But I mean, I don't know. Just the technology of it, the quality of the sound and the cameras, and we're that far apart. Like, dude, I loved it. And I love you for being here at the end of the episode. My wonderful street team. What can I say, dude? At this point, I've jumped out of an airplane 21 times in less than 72 hours, considerably less. And I'm going to go jump 4 more times tomorrow. Tomorrow is when I get tattooed while free falling, a la off-road tattoo. It's just going to be like off airplane tattoo. But yeah, I'm exhausted, and I loved that episode a lot, and I love you a lot. So have a good one.